Giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rachakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings unto the 144,000, as well as the rest of the elect. This is Brother Tyler Pie here with you with another lesson. And what I'd like to do for today is take some time out to advocate for Maga. That's right, you heard me, Maga, M-A-G-A, Maga. And before you say, well, Brother Tyler Pie, you tripping now. And before you get offended, all right, I ain't talking about the enemy's MAGA, all right, Esau's MAGA. I'm talking about Hebrew Israelite MAGA, M-A-G-A, make America go away. All right, and this is why we out here to prophesy, all right. Part of us prophesying is to chant down Babylon, all right. When we put these, when we go out on the highways and the byways, we put this righteous vibration out against this wicked, deceitful kingdom, all right, then there is a controversy there. It's a conflict, a battle, if you will, all right. And this is an age-old battle of righteousness against wickedness, all right. And we got to do our part, all right. We see how Esau going hard for his MAGA, which he's really not trying to make America great again. All right, but we really do need to be trying to, or not trying, because we, this word will bring about the demise of America, spiritually known as Babylon, or biblically known as Babylon. All right, it will be destroyed, but we have to do our part. All right, we have to do our part to make America go away. Say it with me. MAGA, make America go away. All right, before we get into Revelation, let's look at this, all right. I don't want to be long. I just wanted to hit the few scriptures, man. We are right at the verge of witnessing the destruction of all of this, all right. Now, I'm here, 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3, it says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day, all right, it's talking about the day of the Lord, when the Lord comes back, all right, to vanquish his enemies, to destroy America, dispose of the militaries of the world, all right, and lift his people up, the children of Israel, into rulership, a rulership of righteousness. All right, that's the day of the Lord. That's what he's coming to do. All right, so it says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first. That's the nation of Israel falling away from being a people. When you read Hosea 1, chapter 1, it tells you how the Lord, how he disowned us. All right, and as a nation, we are disowned. However, the Lord is recovering a remnant, an elect, all right? He's resurrecting to be a people unto him again, all right? Oh, Salaki for that. But the falling away took place 70 AD, roughly, okay? And that's spoken of even in mainstream history, that you had a mass exodus of the Israelites from our homeland of Israel, Judea, Jerusalem, into the interiors of Africa, and eventually to the the west coast of Africa. And secular history documents that. All right. So the falling away is taking place, but it says, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. All right. Now the man of sin is who's running America. All right. So when the Lord come back to make America go away, of course, the rulers of it are going away as well. All right. Which are the Edomites today. All right. And as you saw, I had Revelation 18 on deck and ready. Let's get into it. This is Revelation chapter 18, verse 1. It says, and after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. All right. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the whole of every foul spirit, in a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. That's what America is going to become. All right. A desert wasteland, a no man's land. All right. A cursed, destroyed, destitute, no man's land. All right. And it says, verse 3, for all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. Now, who does that sound like? Who does the prophecies fit today? And that fits America. All right. America built China up. The merchants of China waxed rich. They built India up, not to the point of China, but even through sanctioning Russia, have managed to build up Russia. All right. But right, the merchants of the world have lived deliciously off of America. All right. When you speak about Taiwan, you know, back in my day, you know, late 70s, early 80s, everything was made in Taiwan, you know, so it made the merchants of Taiwan rich. Then you have the, where's that, forget the other country right now that's, I can't even think of it, but it's the place that China and the U.S., it's Korea. No, that ain't Korea. But China and the U.S. have been going at it behind, I don't think that's Taiwan, but they've been going back and forth over this, I believe it's an island right off the coast of China. I can't think of it for shit. Well, they make the chips now. They the main chip between them and China. You know, but these are some of the countries of the world, even when you talk about the Philippines. You know, a lot of people have gotten rich off of America and the abundance of her delicacies. It says, verse 4, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come up out of her, my people, that you be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. All right? Let's read about these plagues. And I'm in 2nd Ezra chapter 16, starting from the top, verse 1. All right? Woe unto thee, Babylon and Asia. All right? Because you read in the previous chapter, I got to do this lesson too. Oh, I don't do that. I think I can put it right there. Okay, 2nd Ezra 15. So when you go to 2nd Ezra 15, what was that, 40 something? Look, we have it right here. 2nd Ezra 15, and what's this, 49? It says, I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood. All right. That's a plague that the Heavenly Father is going to plague Babylon with. And you read Isaiah, the 47th chapter. It tells you how America was in her proud boasting that she would not sit a widow. All right. I'm going to grab that right quick. All right. So it's speaking about the plagues. Actually, here, Isaiah 47, we're going to start at verse 9. It says, but these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day. All right. In a moment, in one day, exactly 1 hour. All right. The loss of children and widowhood. Well, let's go up because she was boasting. I got to get there at verse 7. Verse 6. All right, this is further explains, give you some sense of exactly who and where we're talking about. All right, America. So it says Isaiah 47:6. I was wroth with my people. This is what the Lord said. He was angry, furious with us, the children of Israel. I have polluted mine inheritance. Right? I just spoke on that earlier. The Lord cast us off as a people. He polluted us. All right? This is why you see BBLs and weaves and what else is it? All kind of madness, all right, in this world. All people are polluted, all right, from the very spirits and souls that they have to the minds, all right, that they reason and logic with, if you could even call it that, all right. They're polluted. So nothing come forth. Whatever they sit down and do, it's going to be cursed, all right. Going back to Deuteronomy 28. All right. Now the Lord, he has blessed us, all right, to come out of the pollution. So we can actually sit down and, but we're not in that time, but we could actually sit down and logic and reason to bring things about in this reality and to have it come about. All right. But we're not in that time right now. So right now, again, going back to the title of the lesson, we need to be manifesting, making America go away. All right? Through prayer, putting up curses, all right, meditation upon the Lord's word, and then executing, getting out on the highways and byways, lifting up our voice as trumpets and blasting these goddamn devils. So, Most High said, I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thine hand. What hand? Whose hand? The hand of Babylon. We're talking about Babylon. Let's go up and get the subject matter from the very first verse. Isaiah 47:1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. America. So see, it ain't talking about Babylon. This is to her virgin daughter. America. All right? America. No one has declared or waged war on America, let alone set foot on the shores here, all right, to take up conquest against America. Now, on the other hand, America been all over the world, all right, seeking conquest of these other nations, lands, but none of these nations had not even declared war on America. So this is where Babylon got her virgin status from, all right? There'd been no foreign intrusion, for lack of a better term, upon America's government or way of life, all right? So this place is virgin. It says, sit on the ground. There is no throne. The Lord is going to dethrone Babylon. You seen Trump? He, pretty much declaring himself king of Babylon. All right. The Lord say there is no throne. You might think it is, but he's going to show you. He's going to show you exactly what it is. All right. It says, sit on the ground. There is no throne. O daughter of the Chaldeans, going back to Babylon under Nebuchadnezzar. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. You will no more, here soon, will be called that virgin. All right? So we're talking about Babylon. So when I read in verse 6, the Lord say, I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance. All right? And given them into thine hand. Right? We was brought here to America as a whole. I mean, the whole nation of Israel. Now, the northern kingdom settled the Americas, but, all right, because the northern kingdom settled through South, Central, and North America. All right, but the hardcore bondage took place in Babylon, North America. All right. That shit they show you all the movies, they won't let us live it down. You a slave, always gonna be a slave, nigga, and we gonna always be supreme and superior over your black asses. That happened in America. That's what the Lord is saying. And giving them into thine hand. We've been in the hand of Babylon, what? Over 400 years, all right, and counting. But anyway, let's see. Yeah, all right. And giving them into thine hand, thou didst show them no mercy. All right. So the Lord here is saying, I gave them into your hands. I brought them into America, this virgin daughter of Babylon. All right. So who's running Babylon? Because you got to identify them. All right. Because they going to get judged with Babylon. They ain't going to get put to death because they got shit to pay for. They got things to correct and make right. But Babylon is going to be scorched. All right. So the Lord said, and giving them into thine hand, thou didst show them no mercy. It's showing you that it's talking about America and the children of Israel being brought here into slavery and being showed no mercy. All right. Raping our women, killing our children, man, slaughtering the men, all right, the warriors, the bucks, the brave, I just recently heard how they did Geronimo. Made him shake Edgar Hoover's hand, and Geronimo was a man, he couldn't stand them goddamn Edomites. And they made him shake President Roosevelt's hand and had him do some coon shit before he passed away. They didn't outright kill him like they did, Nat Turner. They figured they would humiliate him, live out his last days in humiliation before he died. This is the shit that they do. This is why the Lord say, upon the ancient has thou very heavily laid thy yoke. And Geronimo was up in age before they finally caught up with him. Geronimo was a bad man, giving them crackers hell, but he was up in age before they could catch up with him. The Lord was with him. And the Lord will do that sometime. The Edomite get out of hand, the Lord will raise up a Nat Turner just to put some of them crackers in their goddamn place. But in verse 7 it says, and thou saidst, I shall be a lady forever. So thou didst not lay these things to thy heart. Right, that the Lord is going to destroy your ass. And even today, they got the people fooled here in America. Donald Trump talking about, America is winning. Look at us. Well, I'm going to make them, Maga. I'm talking about Esau's Maga. Make America great again. And just look around. People with their eyes open see Trump for the goddamn hypocrite that he is, the politician that he is. But when you have a normalcy bias and you want this shit, you want the shit that Trump's saying to be true, you want America to be great, then you really blind your own self, all right? Because the truth is in your face. I ain't seen no prices go down on nothing. Brother said he noticed gas went up by 20 cents just yesterday. I don't even look, man. I don't even look. I gotta have it, and I'm gonna pay for it. So I might as well not even look to get pissed off. I just pay for it. So I'm gonna get $20, and I'm getting $20. I'm not paying attention how many gallons because because you get mad. The level of our service had not diminished. In other words, shit, I'm still putting the same quality work that I'm putting in at this job, but I'm not getting the same quality of worth from my goddamn dollars. And you know these devils ain't gonna make it right to give you a cost of living adjustment, because they had to raise you up $10. Most people wouldn't have to get at least a $10, $15 raise to survive out here. You know, this is where it is. It's no fixing this. All right? Now, not Isaiah, Jeremiah 51 goes into that. When it says, we would have healed Babylon, around verse 8. Yeah, 7, 8. It said, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Right? Because the Lord is putting the hurt on this place. You don't undo the Lord's hurt. You just pray for mercy and hope he granted to you. But it won't be no mercy showed to Babylon or Esau, the Edomites, the so-called white people. All right? And you can read Hebrews 12, beginning at the 16th verse for that. Tell you that there's no mercy for Esau either. All right? The so-called white man. All right? So it says, all right, again, Isaiah 47, verse 7, and thou saidst, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. Therefore, hear now this. Oh, verse 7. And thou saidst, I shall be a lady forever. All right? So boasting that, I'm going to always be loved. I'm going to always be liked. I'm going to always have my adoring fans, those merchants, these kings of the earth. They're going to always love me, her lovers. It says, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. Therefore, hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly. All right, that's America. That says in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. This is the pride of Esau. All right, being spoken through, or what's that term? Well, this is the pride of Babylon. All right, but it's played out through its people. All right, you look at the people will show you the reflection or the vibration of the land. All right, the people are a reflection of the vibration of the land. All right, and vice versa. There's a relationship between the land and the people when there's a connection. All right, it's supposed to be a connection. All right. That's why we got to get back home. We got a connection to Israel, Jerusalem, so forth and so on. All right. See, verse 8, therefore, hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow. See? Neither shall I know the loss of children. So meaning, I'm not going to lose my lovers. These kings going to continue to come and do business, continue to get in bed with me, buy my goods, or I'm going to buy their goods. We're going to continue to do business. I'm not going to sit as a widow. Neither shall I know the loss of children. All right? And it said, but these two things, in verse 9, but these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries and for the great abundance of thine enchantments. That's America, man. All day. So when we read in the Apocrypha, and the Lord said, 2 Ezra 15 and 49, I will send plagues upon thee. All right. Widowhood. Remember the bitch was boasting just now, Isaiah 47? Poverty, famine, sword, and pestilence, to waste thy houses with destruction and death. All right? And this is what I was looking for, though. What is that? 60. Oh, it's 50. It's 50. Well, it might be. Okay, 46. Now, this is what I wanted, but, I saw that verse, the sending plagues, and we just read about the plagues. So the Lord is serious about that, all right? You're going to send famine. It says, oh, shit. Oh, here we go. Yeah. You're going to see widowhood, poverty, famine, sword in the form of warfare. Ultimately, nuclear warfare. All right? The nuclear missiles are swords in themselves, all right, in their own right. It says, and pestilence. You're going to see more disease, viruses, all kind of shit. Now, this is the point, though. In verse, this is 2 Ezra 15 and 46, and thou, Asia, that art partaker of the hope of Babylon, and art the glory of her persons. All right, and what do we see? China has big ambitions to step into that seat of Babylon. All right, now I wanted to go there for that first verse we just went into in the 16th chapter. So this is why it says, 2 Ezra 16 and 1, woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. All right? Because Babylon, we just read, putting them sorceries and enchantments all throughout the world, and now Asia is partaker of her hope to continue in that lot, all right, of destroying the earth. Babylon is that destroying mountain, all right, spoken of in Jeremiah the 51st chapter, 51. Yeah. Jeremiah 51. All right. So it said, woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. All right. Those are also code words for America. Egypt is spiritually Babylon, and I'm thinking Assyria, not Syria. So Salakia. It says, gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair. Bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. A sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? All right. Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he, all right, that may drive them away? So the plagues are coming. And we read about it. It's going to be, what is it? Pestilence. It said famine, pestilence, sword, widowhood, loss of men. The Lord, pursuant to Isaiah chapter 13, is going to make a man more precious than fine gold. All right, meaning he's going to be killing a lot of men. All right, what makes something precious is that it's rare. All right, men are going to become rare. That's why I said widowhood. You're going to see it's going to come down to the individual. Women going to be widowed. The Lord is going to do a lot of killing of men and women too. But then America itself is going to become a widow or widowed. So, all right, so that's that. All right. Yeah, so let's go back. Revelation chapter 18, verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people. All right, this is an actual voice calling from the chariots of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right, and they're going to be caught up in the clouds when they hear this voice. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. All right. And that's the ultimate plague of the nuclear destruction. All right. We read about the various plagues. All right. But at this point, all right, the elect will be then came out of, they'll be then came out of famine. They'll be then came out of pestilence, you know, even widowhood. And all they'll be waiting for is to be delivered, you know. At that point, they'll be then, you know, when you read Amos chapter 5, you know, this is at the very end. So they'll be then made it through all of that. So the only plague that would affect them at this point would be the nuclear fire, and that's what it's talking about. All right. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, had remembered her iniquities. Reward her even as she rewarded you. All right, we read how in Isaiah 47, they treated us bad. The Lord said he gave us into their hand, and they treated us bad. So this is talking about vengeance right here. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works, in the cup which she had filled to her double. All right. So, I'm going to read to 8. How much she had glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she said in her heart, I sit a queen and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Right, we read about that in Isaiah 47. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day. And we read that. Death and mourning and famine. And we read about that. And she shall be utterly burned with fire, for strong is the Lord power who judgeth her. All right, and that's it. The Lord ultimately is going to Maga this bitch. Make America go away. All right? And with that, to the next one, Shalom.